Man, so good. Whenever you have the windows open in the summertime is interesting. You know, you could hear what people were saying outside, but like you can also hear the music. Like this dude was just riding by, bumping Missy Elliott, "Work It," and it's just like that song is fire. And it, I don't know, made my day a little bit. But what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of I'll Call You Right Back podcast with me, your host. First off, I appreciate all the feedback on the solo episode. Last week was a solo episode. I did an episode myself completely. Talked way too long, but I appreciate everyone's feedback. You know, like I was nervous about it. I didn't know how it was going to come off, and you know, I was kind of happy with the final product. Like, you know, I was proud to put that out, but appreciate everyone that hit me up and told me that they liked it. I was just online, you know, before I started recording this, and I saw Lil Wayne and Travis Barker. Not Lil Wayne and Travis Barker, but Lil Wayne and Blink-182. Travis Barker was there, but Blink-182. They did a What's My Age Again, a Millie mashup. You know, like kind of in the same fashion as Jay-Z and Linkin Park. You know, it's like half of the verse, you know, it was like, it started out like What's My Age Again, but it was Lil Wayne singing a Millie over it, and it's just like, come on, don't no one want to hear Lil Wayne sing a Millie over What's My Age Again? Like, come on, dude. And then you hear that they're going on tour together, and I mean, like, I feel like that's dope. I mean, that could definitely be cool. I don't know if I would go if it was necessarily him, you know, singing Blink-182 or vice versa. But, you know, if he was up there just fucking killing it, I would definitely go see him. You know, go see Lil Wayne and then watch Blink-182. That would be a dope show, you know? Like, those are two, like, pillars of youth. You know, if you liked rap and hip-hop and you liked, you know, like the rock, all that genre, you know, everyone fucked with Blink-182. I guarantee, you know, like, you know, that was a main band that they were putting out heat for fucking 2 decades almost. I don't even know, but they're going on tour together, and I just thought that was kind of funny. I watched the video of them, What's My Age Again in a Millie, and I was just like, I don't get it. But, so first things first, before I forget, I wanted to talk about this fucking restaurant that I went to last night with my wife. There's a listener, her name's Emily. You know, she hit me up, and she hears me always talk about food on this podcast. Like anyone I have on here, I always talk about food, restaurants. She hit me up, and she was like, hey, you got to go to this Golden Pig place, and it's incredible. So the Golden Pig is in Cecil. It's like it's a Korean restaurant, and if you looked at it, it's like attached to a building that a car dealership is in. And, I mean, it's like the size of, like, imagine your principal's office. It's like that big. I feel like that's a good reference. Imagine your principal's office. It's about that big. There's 6 stools in there and 1 table in the back. And, this, I mean, I think it's her and her husband, but, this lady just cranks out this incredible food. We had like dumplings, we had Korean pancakes, I had spicy ramen. It was insane. But this place was so dope. Like, it was just like, I mean, I feel like if I was driving past it, I would never go there because, like, you know, it's hard to miss. It's small, like very, very small. Like you would almost never be able to tell it was there. It was so good. But the Golden Pig, it's in Cecil, kind of deep, you know, towards like Bridgeville area, but that place is well worth a trip. Definitely check that out. I finished Handmaid's Tale. Handmaid's Tale, I've been talking about it the last couple weeks because, you know, I've been deep in this TV show, and I always talk about TV shows too. I guess it's, you know, like I like people's real opinion of a TV show. Some TV shows get awards and shit, and you're like, oh, it's dope, but then you watch it and you're just like, huh, how'd they get that award? But Handmaid's Tale was just insane. 2 seasons. I think there's 23 episodes total. Each episode's like an hour. It is worth to watch. It's on Hulu. It is just, you know, it's like a new world order, and how, like I said, I talk about this every intro. I can't say too many details of it or it's going to give shit away, and I don't want to do that. But just, you know, take my word for it. It's fucked up. Make no mistake. You're going to see some raping. You're going to see some disrespecting to women. But You know, if you can handle that shit, it is a good show to watch. But yeah, two more things, and I'll get on with this week's guest. I'm sorry it's a long intro, but Yoga Ralph has his next yoga class. It's going to be at Yoga Flow in Shadyside on May 12th, Mother's Day, Sunday, May 12th at 2 p.m. $5 cash money. Yoga Ralph will be in there adjusting people's backs. So definitely check that out if you got some time. And shout out to all the moms for Mother's Day. And also, next week, very special week. Next week, I'm sitting down with Matt Christie, owner of Streets on Carson. We had a podcast before, like last year, episode 22, if you want to listen to that one and catch up. But, you know, if you have listened to this podcast before, you know that I'm sponsored by Streets on Carson. You know, I love that place, and they hit me up, and they were like, yo, dude, like, can we sponsor you? And I was like, fuck yeah. And, like, who wouldn't do that? It's incredible food, awesome people. You can't beat it. But, you know, like, he's just an awesome dude. 1120 East Carson Street. Their menu is changing May 14th. May 14th, they are switching their menu. Well, not all their menu, but a lot of their shit. A lot of their good shit's going to be gone. Poutine's going to be gone. The bunny chow is going to be gone. All kinds of shit. But he's going to be my guest next week. Pumped about that. But if you want to listen to that episode and catch up, it's episode 22. All right, I'm done with plugging shit. Let me get on to the reason everyone's here. This week, I have another great guest. You know, if you listen to hip hop music in Pittsburgh, I'm absolutely sure you've heard of this dude. PK Delay is my guest this week. PK Delay is, you know, born and raised in Pittsburgh. He's 25 years old, and you know, if you listen to any bit of hip hop in the city, you've absolutely heard about him. You know, like, he's made waves in this city for the last, like, I mean, I've probably known about him for like maybe 4 years now. I ran into him at my old job, and you know, like, he's always been always been a super interesting dude to me. Like, always been cool, and I fuck with his music. Like, we had a party there one time, and it was fucking jumping in there. Like, him and Joel Kellum, Pet Zebra. He, like, they put, like, they're all over the city, you know, always putting out music together. It's always heat, and they always just, like, cool dudes. So I'm excited for this week. We talk about the music scene in Pittsburgh. We talk about how recording music works for PK in his own way. He's doing this project where he's dropping a song every day for a year, 365 days. He's dropping a free song every day. Some of them got visuals to them. Some of them are featuring artists, but you know, like, it's 126 days. By the time you hear this, I think it'll be on like 128. But if you go to his SoundCloud, it's SoundCloud /PK Delay, or you could follow him on Instagram at PK Delay, and you can listen to his music, and he puts out dope shit. I'm telling you, all his visuals are crazy too. You'll hear us talking all about this. You'll hear us talking about a lot of other stuff. He has a lot of great music out. Definitely check him out. So without further ado, episode 69 of I'll Call You Right Back podcast with PK Delay.
Telephone.
Hello?
Telephone.
I'll call you right back. Call you right back.
Telephone.
I'll Call You Right Back podcast. I only put headphones on just to make sure I don't hear nothing crazy in the background. I feel like, I mean, you're an artist, so, like, I can understand you using them, but, like, a lot of people that come in here, like, if it's someone who doesn't, like, wear them a lot, they feel it's, like, distracting to them. You know what I mean?
I don't be caring. I fuck with them.
All right. Mr. 365.
That's it, man.
Now, I think today is what, 126?
I believe so.
126. So,
yeah, today's 126.
126. So, like, where'd this idea come from?
I think I heard it subconsciously at one point in time.
You wanted to do a track every day for a year.
Yeah, and then I realized that the place where I heard it from was from a Gary Vee interview with Nipsey Hussle.
Gary Vee.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone always brings him up. I never really like watched anything he's done.
Right. I mean, he cool. He super energetic, and he got a lot of like, I don't know, good tips for the younger people, for the older people, for everybody like trying, get to some money, or trying to figure out their life and what they should do in this internet age. So yeah,
he's kind of like he has like a more of like an abrupt appeal to it, right? Like he kind of swears and shit
it's
like
raw.
That. Yeah, it's raw. Yeah, that's a better way to say it.
I think that's why like a lot of kids and like younger people could
relate to it.
Yeah, because he keep it all the way real. Like,
I think the first time I seen him was through like art, like Xavier.
Yeah, yep.
He was like posting all this shit about him like a couple years ago, and I like didn't know what the deal was. So he was like just a regular dude and was like self-made. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I mean he's super active on the internet. He's been active on the internet for the past few years, for real. Like, not even the past few years, a lot of years actually, like 2000, early like 2009, 2010. Like, I don't know how long he been getting it on, but
now you take a lot of shit from like motivational people. Like, do you take like a lot of inspiration from like?
There's a couple I fuck with.
Like
who?
who?
Know what I mean, I like them philosophers and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I like that dude Ralph Smart.
I think I know who that is.
He one of the earlier people I was listening to, like 2014, 2013.
Yeah, like anything that I remember you. I obviously like linked up with you at Threads,
right?
And like I remember you always being like someone that was like, you always wore crazy shit. You were always like more like spiritual. It seemed like,
yeah.
You were always on some other shit, like
and
it made me like, it made me like you were impressionable, like
right.
It stuck in my mind, and like that first party that you guys threw was fucking crazy down there, and that was probably the biggest party we threw in that first building.
Facts.
Was what was that for? That was for Pear?
That was for Dad. It was like a little album I dropped, produced by my boy Dirtbag.
Yeah, that's whenever you made that punch, right?
Yeah, we made the Pear drink.
That was a fucking mess.
Yeah, had everybody lit.
That building was so, that little building was so small, but you inside it packed in crazy.
Yeah, we had it cracking.
Are you from Pittsburgh?
Yeah, from the Hill District, Sugar Top, Anaheim Street.
And how old are you?
25 now.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know where you were from or like how old you were really. I just seen you around the way. So like, I mean, you're obviously a well-known like artist in the city. Like, I mean, you're probably one of the. Whenever I think of artists in Pittsburgh, I think of like the obvious, like WAPO shit like that. But I think of like you, Pet Zebra. I think of like other random ass people. But I'd say a group about 10 that always like stick in my mind. So like whenever you were growing up and shit like that, like were you always into music and everything?
Yeah, I've been doing music since I was probably like 8 years old. That's when I met Pet Zebra. Actually, I met him in second grade.
It's that long ago you've known each other.
Yeah, so we ran into each other. We was always freestyling and recording on video cameras and tape cassettes, like, and just, I don't know, we had just always rapping and shit like that. And just even growing up, we relinked back up in 9th grade in high school. We had a little rap group in high school. So like the music, it's just always been music. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, were you playing sports and shit in school?
I played basketball back in grade school, and I played basketball. I played football in high school for like a year. And then I did swimming. And then I got like this heart condition and shit, so I had to chill.
Swimming?
Yeah, I was doing that shit.
How was that?
It was crazy because I wasn't super like, I knew how to swim, but like.
That shit's a different.
Nah, these motherfuckers know how to swim.
Wild.
Bro. But I don't give a fuck. I just be wanting to trash shit. I was like, I fuck with swimming, so.
It was definitely, I mean, like, it's dope for sure. Like,
Yeah.
that whole thing is wild.
Yeah,
Everyone that swims is just fucking.
I wasn't a beast, but I was cool though.
That's cool. You did it.
It was just fucking fun, dog. And I was the only black dude out there. Like, it was crazy. I was getting beat on though.
I mean, it's weird. Swimming's awkward. Even in school, taking swimming classes and shit was weird as fuck.
Yeah, I still fuck with it though. Like, that shit's fun.
I'll be chilling in the pool all day.
I fuck with
all
that
day.
shit, bro.
Chilling in the pool
water,
all day.
bro.
I was just in California, and it was the first time I got to go in a pool this year. They have there was like a pool and a hot tub where my boy stays, and it's just like, it's fucking relaxing.
Yeah, bro.
Went hiking in the woods and then just chilled in a pool.
You was out Cali?
I was out in California in the Sequoia Forest. The Sequoia Forest.
Doing what? Tripping out?
No, the Sequoia Forest, it houses the biggest single stem tree in the entire world. 275 feet high, 40 foot in diameter. And, bro, as big as a house.
Way out there?
Yeah, as wide as a house.
That's crazy.
And it, we went out there, we went out there and chilled for a couple of days, and then we went out to the forest for like a day and a half and just hiked around to see some shit. And it's just like... Right. It's overwhelming to see, it's the oldest living thing. It's one of the oldest living things in the world. But to be the biggest single stem tree in the world and like see that and stand there, it's like walking around in these woods. I mean, like all the trees are huge, but you feel
that
like
crazy,
dude. You feel like you gain knowledge, like you gain enlightenment from being. Fuck yeah,
that's crazy.
All these, dude, 22,000 or 2,200 years old. That's what they're projecting. 2,200 to 2,700 years old. And you're just like, you got your hands on that. And you're like, what the fuck? It's like back in it, like, I mean.
This tree insane.
Right? Insane shit.
This tree knows.
It's so weird, though, because, like, whenever you touch these trees, they're not, like, super hard. It's almost, like, if you hit it, it sounds like you're hitting on almost like a hollow wall.
Yeah.
Real bizarre. They do crazy shit. They do, like, constant or scheduled burns where they'll light the inside of the tree on fire. I don't necessarily know why they do that, but like all these trees were like burned in the center, like in the middle of the trunk. And I don't know if it was to kind of keep pests away or like some shit like that, but
from probably eating that motherfucker from the inside.
Yeah, dude, it was bizarre to see, but it was dope. We just hiked out there, saw some fucking bears. It's nice to get out in nature, just breathe and shit. You know what I mean?
Real shit.
So, I mean, I think that anyone that I have on here, I genuinely am curious about.
Right.
I kind of stick to that. I don't really have a template for the podcast, but I don't really talk to people that I don't find interesting because I feel it does them a disservice and me. But I've always kind of been curious about where all your shit came from because, like I said, you're a different type of dude. Mm-hmm. You made an impression on me just the way that like you carried yourself. You always were super respectable and shit like that to me. And I listen to your music. Like, I genuinely listen to your music. And I kind of want to know where all that shit comes in your mind. Like, whenever you were in high school and shit, where were you taking your inspirations from?
Just like a lot of open-minded artists.
Yeah? Who were you listening to?
A lot of Nipsey, a lot of Currency, a lot of Lil B.
I fuck with Currency.
A lot of Dom K. Like, them boys was telling stories.
Yeah.
More Nip was telling stories, Currency, Dom, they was all like storytellers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Lil B, you know how open minded he is and shit.
He's a
like
wild
speaking
dude.
From his raw feelings. So like I just looked up to them for being able to say like this what we going through and this what we feeling like. So yeah, all of them boys.
And all them dudes seem to be, they never gave a fuck. Like if you look at like Currency, I always thought Currency always looked like the most comfortable person ever.
Yeah, you see him?
He's just rocking his sweatpants and a hoodie
with his fucking forces on.
Mean as hell.
Yeah.
Like that Mary video, he's just whipping in that car, just like
That's
always
one of my
comfy.
favorite Spitter Jams.
Dude, he's hard, super mean.
That nigga's hard as fuck.
Been fucking with him for a minute, and it's dope that he has a tie to Pittsburgh. Like that whole shit with Wiz, like that makes you kind of like him even more. You know what I mean? He fucks with the Berg.
That shit's hard.
So in high school, like whenever you're starting to do this rap music in the beginning,
right?
Like what was your response? Like what was other people's response to that? Like whenever you're super young, putting out like music and shit like that, did you have people that were fucking with you?
Yeah, I had a couple homies, supporting whatever I wanted to do, recording my videos for me or helping me record and shit. But I got clowned a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely a lot of niggas hating, a lot of people laughing. But what you gonna do?
Yeah,
bro?
what can you do?
Facts.
I think that's why that's the same way. Like I got made fun of just because I wore like weird shit.
Yeah.
I carried around like attaché cases, wore like fucking suit jackets and stuff. I never really cared.
Yeah.
I just wore what I wanted.
As you should.
Right? But so where did I feel bad that I don't know this, but
what up?
Can I ask your real name?
Will.
Your real name's Will?
Yeah.
Now where does PK come from?
I kind of like made it up back in fucking grade school with my boy my boy Justin, there was a fucking commercial on, and there was a kangaroo that was like hopping around, and it was a purple kangaroo, and I was like, that boy hard. I'm finna just be PK or something like that.
So PK came from like a purple kangaroo.
Yeah,
no,
just
way.
on some childhood shit. Like we was just fucking around.
Now,
but like as I got older, it's just all types of shit. Like,
yeah, it's organic and it sticks.
Yeah, it stick with everything.
It's
It's
like
just it just is what it is. Like there ain't really no
crazy story behind it.
there ain't no thing to it. It don't stand for nothing. Like it just is. I'm just PK. Like that's what it is.
Yeah,
but
I never knew where that came from. And
Yeah.
the same thing. I always see you have like you have a fascination with the 3 2s.
Right.
Now, where does that come from?
My birthday's February 22nd.
Okay, that's what I thought a
So
little
the
bit.
222 is that, and then on top of that, I just be seeing that shit everywhere.
All the time it pops up.
Yeah, bro. I play that shit on roulette. That motherfucker be hitting.
Yeah.
That's just my number, dog.
I always I play roulette and I play the field. I'll play like numbers in the center and I
Yeah.
always put it on 2. I don't think I've ever hit it in my life.
Ever?
Because my brother,
you
it's
gotta
my
play that
brother's number.
You gotta play that 22, dog.
I know, right? 22.
That 22, that 11.
I'm all around there. I play like 13, 23, 24,
I play
30,
24.
32.
I don't play none of the big joints though, like the 30s. I don't play no 30 to 36 numbers. I don't. Play
I hit
none
a
of
triple one time on 13. It's my wedding anniversary. I married on Friday the 13th.
Okay.
So I always put 1 on there, and I
Yeah.
was just like, "Fuck it." I put 3 on there, and I won like I think like $140 or something like that.
Yeah.
Roulette's crazy.
Yeah, I love that game. I'll be down to Nino, bro.
Yeah, you fuck with gambling?
I'll be down that motherfucker, bro.
Is it just roulette?
I play roulette, I play blackjack, and I be sports betting. And I fuck with the slots sometimes. Like when my mom down there, because she fuck with that.
Yeah,
so.
all the old heads are always on the slots.
My
They don't
mom
know.
hit for 10 grand on them shits.
Holy shit. 10,000.
10 G's on the slots. It was like last year.
Jesus.
She a lucky lady, bro.
I made my first sports bet yesterday, or on Friday for the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, shit.
And all these boys at work are talking about like these fucking horses being like 65 to 1 odds, and I was like, fuck it, I'll put 10 on the lowest odds or one of the lowest odds, and 10 on something else.
Right.
And my dude was in second place, probably 4/5 of the race, and then he just fucking lost. And then my other dude was all the way in the back. But boys won like $3,500.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick.
But you gotta throw that bread up though. If you want
you
get
gotta
the big bread, you gotta throw
scare
a big
money
bread.
don't make money. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
You gotta throw a big bread.
I do enjoy gambling. That's definitely fun.
Yeah, that's my shit, bro.
When were you first starting to like get like whenever you were younger and you started like coming into the craft with all this? When were you first starting to like become like serious with it? Like
I was serious the whole time.
all the time.
Yeah, from the jump, I always wanted to be famous and be in it. Like
Really?
From the jump. Yeah.
Nothing else.
Nah, that was it. It's just the music shit.
Yeah.
Like I did basketball and shit, but there was always somebody better than me, like, or somebody that outworked me and shit. Like I would always go hard, but I knew back in my mind like hoops ain't it, football ain't it,
Yeah.
fucking whatever, school ain't it. I ain't fuck with school all like that. But if there was one thing that I was for certain about, it was the rap shit from
Music
day
for
one,
sure.
bro. Yeah, like 6th grade, I recorded my first jam. That's when I recorded my first like in the studio, headphones on. Like that's when I did my first jam, sixth grade.
Wow.
So I rapped over that Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz, that Duffel Bag Boy.
Oh yeah.
That was the first beat I ever rapped on some studio shit. But I knew since.
That was a way to go.
Yeah, bro. I ain't want to do nothing else. That's it.
So to be, I mean, like 365 days, 126 days in.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have to be. I feel like you got to be a student of the game. Like you're in the studio all the time. Like, how difficult is it for you to get a track out one a day?
So far, it's been pretty smooth. Like I don't know, the process has been real easy. Like I think more so than anything, it's just them days where I'm like I've been busy all day and then I got time to lounge around. And I throw the hoop game on, I kick my feet up, and then like my alarm go off, like, yo, you gotta drop a song, and I totally forgot about it. Like that's probably like the hardest shit, like when I'm just trying to chill and then it's like I gotta go get up and go get on the laptop, upload the gym, tweet it out.
Do you record a bunch of the shit yourself, or you have people? You have like a studio.
I did a good amount of the songs at the crib. I got a studio at the crib, and then I be out at ID Labs most of the time, and then I record with my boy Manny. Sometimes I record at his spot, and then I record at my boy Radar's crib. But mainly I've been out at ID Labs though, like just getting it in.
Yeah,
you feel me? 7 to 1 a.m., 7 to 10, just
Just making shit happen.
Straight shifts, just doing 5 jams at a time.
All right, before we get too deep into it, I do an opening segment with all my guests. It's called What's in the Cup? What's in the cup? So what's in your cup?
Essentia water.
Essentia water. You're the second person that picked this. Big Lawn was the first.
Big Lawn?
Big Lawn.
Okay.
He this was his favorite water, and like I thought this shit was pretty good.
Yeah, some good. They high pH shit, 9.5.
You think that all the water, like all the shit that all the different water companies like market and everything like that, you think it's all real?
Yeah, I believe so. You could taste the difference and shit like that.
You could definitely taste the difference.
You can feel
the
difference too. You could alkaline your water, your down. So just put some lemon in the shit.
Yeah, dude, there was a dude on here who told me all about lemon. He said it was insane.
You can do that shit yourself.
So another thing that I've written on here that I wanted to know was whenever you first dropped when was your first tape?
My first tape was called Revelation. I dropped that in 2012, fresh out of high school.
So you were out of high school for that?
Yeah, no, it was like graduation time, like maybe like a month after I graduated. Yeah.
Now, whenever you dropped this tape, like like up until this tape, were you like slowly building like a following? Did people like follow through with what you were doing?
Yeah.
Or were you still like in like the beginning stages of all this? Because I mean, you got a pretty well established social media game.
Yeah.
Like you got a lot of followers now. Like when did all that shit start coming out?
Probably 2014. That's when I had like a decent following. I was like, I dropped a song called Pretty P, and Daily Loud was promoting me kind of heavy. Like this was like a little bit before they started promoting WAPO up.
Yeah.
So like, I was getting a huge boost on the social media shit just because of that. And I was doing a couple remixes, and then they was booting the remixes up, and I don't know, I was just getting a lot of plays, a lot of follows and shit, and they wanted me to keep doing some other shit, but I didn't want to do it. I probably should have did it now that I'm looking back at it, because I probably could have, but shit, I choose my own path.
Fuck
bro,
it, right?
You know what I mean? But
learn from the mistakes.
Yeah, but I say 2014, that's when I started getting like a nice little following, and it was cool because in 2014 I was more like homebody.
Yeah,
like I got anxiety and shit. I deal with anxiety now and shit, but it ain't like how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like 2014, it used to be like
social anxiety, like not coming out the house and shit.
I didn't want to go out the crib. I always thought I was going to get killed, bro, or something weird, like just shit that ain't even going to happen. I'm making up stories in my mind.
Yeah.
Not trying to go to parties because I think there's going to be a fight or some bullshit going on. Like,
trying to avoid the situation.
Yeah, so I just wouldn't go out the crib at all. So the whole time you hear anything about PK was just all off social. So I was just going crazy, just on my phone, tweeting, doing vids, putting vids out. Just
how important do you think a social media game is to have if you're going to be an artist?
I think it's super important. I just feel like there's two ways it could go. I feel like you can be, and it all depends on how you started it out. I feel like you could be an artist that takes the mystique. Like you could take the mystique route, like where you post a status maybe one time or 2 times a month.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying.
You drop a song maybe every so often, and people don't. You put a nice picture up every so often.
Yeah,
but very low post, very mystique. Like we don't know too much about this dude. There's them type of artists and people.
And then you got people that are every day, multiple times a day posting.
Yeah. And I feel like I already was so deep into the like going in crazy every day, like that I just want to stick with it.
Yeah. It's hard for me because like, I feel that I don't like, I think it's different with what I do compared to like what you do. Like music is something that you can consume that every day. Like each track is different, but like people don't want to listen to me talk for 2 hours every single day. You know what I mean?
You would never know though.
Yeah. I mean, like I am someone who listens to people talk every day. Like I listen to
mad podcasts.
Yeah. Mad podcasts all day. I barely listen to music too much. That's why like before we started recording, I said like, I dove through all your shit.
Right.
Like the past couple days, I just been listening through, like I wrote down some of my favorite tracks.
Hell yeah.
And, I just like it's different because like if I talk to someone who's an artist on here, like I do my homework, like I don't fuck around with it. So I go through and I like look through all your shit. I like will try to like find some things that like spark my interest. You know what I mean? So for you to like for me to post every single day is I know that's technically the right way, I guess.
Yeah.
But I feel like some people like I feel like I don't want to like shove it down people's throats.
No,
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I mean, I feel like that's what a lot of people was doing over the past few years. I wasn't like, this year is the first time I'm just driving out content like I'm crazy. Like,
Yeah.
And Hardo texted me the other day, like, and was just telling me like he don't think that the approach I'm taking is the best. You know what I mean? Just because it's like there's not really no time to focus on one song, because as soon as I drop one, there's another one coming. But I also never did this before.
Yeah.
And this is also something people never seen before. So it's just like, that's the only reason why I'm shoving out content as much as I can. But me personally, I don't like that. I feel how you feel.
Yeah.
I like the gradual approach with it. But
that's a good point though. Like
there's
there's
just two sides to me. Like, there's the side of me that think like, shit, man, like I gotta go crazy. These people's attention spans is 6 seconds. Like, it's over after this week. Like,
it's true. I mean, like, even depending on like what time you post a fucking post,
shit's deep.
Yeah, it's like you'll get 10 likes, you can get 150 likes.
Shit's deep, dog.
And it's crazy. And like, you know, being someone who's like posting shit like every week, trying to like, I mean, multiple posts a week, I try to like kind of fine tune like what is better, what's worse, but it's so unpredictable.
It is.
Like one day I'll post it at 10:30 and it'll catch on fire, and then another day I'll post it at fucking 10:30 and it'll be nothing.
Right.
You get crickets.
But nowadays they got them algorithms that you can look at and see like Tuesdays ain't hot for me.
Yeah.
Wednesdays is fire for me. Wednesdays at 8:00 at night is fire for me. Like, and you really got to pay attention to that shit.
Yeah, all your analytics. It's wild to like the world we're in. It's like if you have a business profile on Instagram, you could see fucking everything down to your age of like the people that are listening, where you're listening.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is. It's pretty. It's cool to see all that shit.
Yeah, it's useful too. You just gotta know where to apply it. Like,
yeah, and you got to be the type of person that wants to like kind of not just, you know, take the shortcuts and just fucking drop a song and let it go. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm constantly trying to fucking like figure out stuff to do to make shit better. I'm sure you are too. I mean,
every day.
For you to put out all this music every single day, it's like shows crazy dedication.
It is. It's a little nuts though, but
it got to be nuts. Like how do you ever worry about like one song not being like your best work and then another song being like fire?
Well, I mean, that's the main reason why I'm doing it, is because I got a lot of songs that I was sitting on.
Yeah.
And then I would try to go make a project, and then, like, instead of me being able to focus on the project, like, and give all my attention to it, there would be part of me that would be like, damn, there's still a song that I didn't drop that could fit this project. And that's not good, because, like, I'll do a whole project with 8 new songs, and then I'll pull an old joint and throw it in there because I feel like it fit.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that no more. Like, I just wanted to let everything go. Everything I felt insecure about, I wanted to put it out. Every song that I felt was ass, I put it out already so far in this whole process. So
what's like the response you're getting from people?
I'm getting good feedback. Certain stuff is surprising me. Like, this is also helping me figure out like what type of music everybody likes from me.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm mainly tuned into. Like, I'm trying to look at it. I'm trying to take the smartest approach to it, because, you know, me dropping a song daily, it's not going to get as much traction as if I drop one song
for a week month, and like have people let it cook for a week.
So there's jams that's just getting 50 plays. There's jams that's getting 1,000. There's jams that's getting 500, 300, 100. So I'm looking at how fast certain songs is hitting 100.
And like what styles they are.
And I'm like taking that down in my head. Like, this jam hit 100 in like a day.
Yeah.
This jam, I got a jam that I dropped last week. It's already at 500.
Yeah.
So like, they not the biggest plays like I'm used to, but I'm learning like 500 plays on a song when I'm dropping one every day. That's a lot
what
of
people,
fucking plays.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just paying attention to what they clicking on the most and what they running back, and back to the algorithms and the analytics and shit. Like, SoundCloud got a app for all artists. All artists need to have this app.
Yeah.
When you click on it, you can see who is listening to the songs, like how many times they listen to it.
Like each person?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could listen to you can see your top tracks for the week. You can see your most liked tracks for the week. Like, it's crazy.
I'm probably like, that's probably my least explored app of any like any media.
With
Like,
SoundCloud.
I don't really fuck with, like, I never really fucked with it too much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think if I listen to more music, like I'm terrible because like I stick to like the same old shit. Like I get in the car, it's either like Bone Thugs, Biggie, or some shit like that, and I just put on the same shit I hear all the time, or it's just podcasts.
I feel that.
But the SoundCloud shit is crazy because like people were making fucking livings off of it. One song catching on fire, like you got fucking what the fuck's his name? The white dude with the cornrows, White Iverson.
Yeah,
Like, wasn't that song on SoundCloud for a minute before, and he just like kind of caught on fire?
Yeah. But the other thing too about SoundCloud is like, you know, when you play a song on SoundCloud, you never know what's going to come on after that.
Oh, is it a shuffle?
Yeah, it's kind of not a shuffle, but like, let's say I go search up a song, like, let's say I go search up.
That's why I never fucked with it too much, because I feel like it's difficult.
Yeah, no, let's just say I go search up a T-Pain jam or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It'll play, and then if you just let it go and the song ends, you don't know what's coming on next. It could go to a motherfucker that got like 3 plays on a song.
Okay.
So you just never know. Like, that's why it's cool for me too, because all these 100-something jams, one of them songs might come on just because of the way it's titled. Or, you know what I mean? Like the name of the shit.
Yeah. And if you got a bunch of content, that's more opportunity for you to touch someone else.
Yeah. My shit could come on after a down, after a fucking Wiz Khalifa jam or something. It could come on after a fucking.
It's smart that you say that, like, you know, you just put all your shit out now. And if you got like 126 tracks in like the last couple months, it does give you a little bit better opportunity to fine tune what people like.
Yeah.
I noticed that like the shit that I like I have some tracks written down. Like I got Birds Talk, Followed, How I'm Coming, 90s, Waterfall, Started. Like I feel like all them are kind of like a similar style.
Right.
Like a lot of your songs, you got like
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in it, and like it's not that I dislike them. It's just that I prefer, like, you know, like that 90s, like with you and Zebra. Like I thought that shit was crazy.
Hell yeah.
Because like that's the shit that I gravitate to. But I think it's interesting for you because you have all different types of music.
Exactly.
And I think that just like that's a super and it seems that you're not like forcing all these different styles. It's just like what's coming to you at that time.
Yeah, that's what the shit that's coming out. But I mean, I feel like I don't feel like it's a problem, so to say, but I do feel like it's a slight,
like spreading yourself thin where you can't like hone a craft.
Yeah, and that's why this is a good thing for me. Like regardless of what anybody think, like for me, I think this is a good look, because just how there's them jams you like, it's a good look in a sense of it's helping me craft a sound that's better for me, like so I can know what to make. Yeah. And then it's also giving people like you who might have heard the Mood Yes and the
I love that.
And them type jams, you ain't know I could make a jam like 90s though. Like,
yeah,
you know
for sure.
So it's giving people the you know, insight that he got.
You're using all your tools.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that,
but they would have never knew if I was just leaving that 90s jam. You know how long I've been sitting on that? Like 4 or 5 years. Like,
oh, that's been a minute.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Wow. So it's like no one would have ever knew that.
I think that like the majority of this shit, because a few of them songs are you and Zebra. Yeah, I think the Yins are just like crazy together. Like Yins have such a good style that like vibe, and I feel that you could tell that from like you could tell that Yins been boys for a minute.
That's that second grade shit, bro. We just been rapping our whole lives together, bro.
Yeah, and I feel that's like, I mean, that's like some like, you know, some Braun and some like or some Kobe and some Shaq stuff. It's like it's like Yins work well. It's at different parts of a song, and like Yins vibe off each other in a different way, and like that's dope because like listening through all these songs, like you got shit with Stoney in there, you got shit with like
get it in
that Chris Hollis and everything like that, and I thought it was just like dope to hear all the different styles, and I'm sure that like you being able to record 126 songs, like it's keeping you on your toes and putting some heat under your ass to like kind of, you know, flex some different muscles and try some different shit. Now, as far as like you finding beats and everything, like I was curious on how like an artist, you know, comes across beats. I see you work with that Dirtbag dude a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, now for you to find a bunch of beats, do you just like find them in time and just keep them in a catalog and go back to them?
No, everybody just send me beats. Like dudes, a lot of dudes will just hit me up on Instagram and be like, I got a beat. and I tell them send me a pack because they say I got a beat I can hear you on, and I be like, don't do that. Don't just You know what I'm saying? Say you got a beat you can hear me on because I probably ain't gonna like it just because you think I'm gonna like it. Like, so send me a pack. Like, I like a pack.
Yeah.
And then like usually I go through the beats the day of the session. Like, I don't really sit on no beat. There was a couple times where I'd be like, I fuck with this beat and I put it to the side and then hop on it. But usually everything's like the day of. I'll tell everybody send me some beats and then I'll get in the stew and just listen through all of them, and whatever one I'm feeling is hard, I'll go in off that joint right there.
Now, are you someone that has to like kind of chew on a beat for a little bit and like write, or are you kind of like off the top a little bit?
I ain't been writing for real like the past few years. Like, I just been going off what come out my head.
Yeah.
Like, but my boy Ray Dot, he really be on my back. Like, so I'll sit down and write just to not necessarily please him, but I understand where he's coming from. Cause
yeah, for sure.
I was a better rapper years ago.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my style is better now, and my confidence is better, and you know, like the swag, the drip, everything's there now, which I feel like I didn't have before. But I was more patient back then, because I would sit down and write in a notepad, or I'll write on my phone and I would wait. But now I just be so trying to get what I'm feeling out that I just spit it right then and there. Like,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
When was the first time you performed?
Shadow Lounge.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, 09. Me and Joel, our group was called URH. He was JR at the time.
JR.
Yeah, that was his rap name. And we opened up with it was Devin Miles and
oh damn, I remember that.
I think Commonwealth and shit. Commonwealth film with Roscoe and all them.
Yeah. Now when you were down there, what, 2009?
Yeah.
2000. What'd you say your group name was?
Underrated Hustle, URH.
URH. That's dope, man.
Yeah,
that's been a minute. 10 years.
We opened up for everybody, bro. Like, back, we was like 15 and 16, and we opened up for them. Like, we was bothering everybody in the city. We was just trying to get shows, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we pull up on. This is back when fucking Chevy and Wiz was coming to Club Zoo.
Were they like the bigger names in the city whenever yins were younger?
Yeah, it was Mac, Wiz, Kev the Hustler at the time.
Yeah, Kev.
Boaz was at one of the Shadow Lounge shows. I remember I tried to get up with him, and he kind of like, I don't think he laughed, but you know, he kind of shrugged me off and shit like that. And then even we I met Chevy at motherfucking Club Zoo when I'm 15 and shit. Like, we always been cool since, you know, then. Like, he always remember me and Joel when he see us and shit. Like, but it was them too. We opened up for Mac when we was underage. We couldn't even get in the club, and it was some club on the south side.
Now, whenever you're 15 and you're like, you know, trying to make a name for yourself as far as like being in the rap scene in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Like, do 15-year-olds get respect by people?
No, not really, bro. Like, you gotta open the shows up. Like, we was always going first.
Yeah.
We had always had the smallest sets.
Like, no, I mean, like, it was like, how do you make a name for yourself in there? Just do it and like prove.
Oh no, you just gotta just go hard. Like, you just gotta fucking, and everything's trial and error. Like, try some shit. If it don't work, you know, sit back on it and reconstruct that shit and do it again.
Were you mad nervous the first time you performed?
Yeah, I was definitely nervous, but the minute I grab the mic, it just go away. Like, that's crazy. I feel like that's what anything. As soon as you get into it,
for
it just
sure,
all go away.
You just forget, and it goes on like autopilot almost.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But then first few minutes beforehand, you feel like you're gonna fucking puke.
Yeah, on God. On God.
It was it's fucked up. That's one thing that, like, I've done a bunch of different shit, but I've never been in like a band, never did any like music type shit. But like, I did like stand up and shit, and like, I've never been more scared in my entire life. And I couldn't, you know, that's me trying to memorize, you know, 5 minutes. I don't understand how people, like, you know, artists memorize all their lyrics.
Yeah.
You know, do you ever have problems like memorizing lyrics and shit?
No, I listen to my shit so much. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes if I'm hella drunk, like, at a show, like, I'll fuck around and just whatever. But I don't know, bro. Like, all them times of fucking rapping in the mirror in the crib and
Yeah.
fucking rapping in the shower, nigga. Like that shit just, I was built for it, bro. Like, so anytime I'm nervous for a show, it's never because of how I'm a performer or nothing. It just might be like, is the turnout gonna be good, or
Yeah.
you know, little shit like that. Like, it's never about me though. Like, I don't care. I be one with the crowd, bro. Like, they just be with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I try to give everybody the best me possible and the best experience. Like,
The best performance.
yeah, I go crazy on stage.
You definitely have a wild stage presence.
Yeah, I go crazy, bro.
Now, besides for music, whenever you're younger and shit like that, what other kind of shit are you into?
Straight games.
Games,
Straight up.
video games.
Straight up.
What else? Like, I mean, like, you're playing sports games, or are you playing like all different types of video games?
Man, I like them story mode joints.
Okay.
Like Metal Gear. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite. That's my favorite game series of all time.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, I played all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like Metal Gear, and then I like a couple of them role playing games and shit. But I like a lot of sports, a lot of 2K, a lot of Madden.
Yeah, I see Ian's always on that playing.
Yeah, a lot of all the sports games.
Now, see, it's interesting because, like, you know, obviously you're an artist. Obviously you're doing music all the time. It's like, I'm always curious on like where it all comes from. Everything else besides like what your main focus is. Like,
Yeah.
you obviously are someone that got like you got your own style.
Yeah.
Like, you don't seem to be like, you know, riding on any trends or anything like that.
Nah.
I've seen you in fucking scarves,
Yeah.
fucking all kinds of shit. Like, where did all this come from?
I feel like I get my drip from my parents, bro.
Yeah.
Like my mom and my dad. Like,
That's what's up, though.
I don't know. Like, my dad, he ain't getting as swagged up as he used to before because he a little older now. But before, he used to just, I don't know, his hair was always different. His jewelry was always on point, real gold on his fingers. Nails always done. Like, I don't know. They always had swag. And my mom, she just super fashionable.
Yeah.
Always bought me some shit that I would be like, nah, this is a little too extreme. But like, as years went on, that extreme shit I was putting on everybody would be like, where the fuck you get that from?
Yeah, right?
I get my drip from my raised, bro. That's where it come from, bro.
That's dope.
That's where that shit come from.
That's
Keep it
dope.
100.
What do they think about like what did they think whenever you were in 5th grade, like rapping and shit like that?
I mean, it was just, I don't know. My dad, he's a gospel singer, so like, he always had all the equipment in the crib already.
Oh,
So
okay.
he'd just let me fuck around with his microphones and his speakers and shit. I would just always be rapping.
He got a mean voice?
Oh yeah, he crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You be singing at all?
Me?
Yeah.
On some of them jams, I do my thing. I
Yeah.
use tune. I use the auto tune though.
That's all right, though.
But
I feel like,
I used to sing back in grade school, choir and shit.
yeah. That's always shit that I've always had like crazy respect for, is like singing.
Yeah, my dad's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's incredible, dude. I'll be catching myself for hours on YouTube just finding like them auditions and shit, like American Idol and random ass shit like that. I
Yeah.
just listen to all these fucking people just
Yeah.
sounding incredible.
But the whole time they just all been hella supportive. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just that my parents is a little bit older, so they can't really see like the tweets I'm getting and the comments and
Yeah.
shit like that. So like, that's why I'd be happy whenever I got something physical I could show them, like when I'm in the newspaper, or when I got some
okay.
CDs out, or when they came to the release party at Threads,
Yeah.
like they saw like, damn, he really got people coming out for him. Like, so I like the more tangible shit for them. Like,
That's a good point. Like,
Yeah.
older parents, like, I mean, do they have social media?
no, they don't got shit. They don't even know how to use a computer. They got smartphones, but
Yeah.
they don't even know.
Same
Like,
as, they don't fuck with it.
they don't know the half of what amazing things people were saying to me. They
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to see it. Like, so they might just think I'm just doing this, and yeah, this cool. But
Just
that's why I
fucking around.
like. That's why I like whenever they see that shit out in person. But they know now, like, after all the places I done traveled and all the people that done came out and bought stuff and showed love and like
Yeah.
pulled up, and they see me, they see the videos on YouTube, like they know now, like,
They fuck with your music.
yeah, shit crazy.
It's dope to that's a good point, man. Like, older parents and shit like that. Like, I think we're probably the cutoff of
Yeah.
of parents with of older parents not being into social media whatsoever.
Yeah, that next gen gonna be cool.
Yeah, next gen will be cool because, like, you see, I mean, if you go on Facebook now, it's fucking riddled with people's parents commenting
Right.
on every single thing you post.
But I feel like my parents is even a generation above like the current parents. Like,
How old are they?
my dad's 65, bro,
Okay.
and my mom is she just turned 60 too. So she just turned 60.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I don't know. I feel like some people's parents, like I got boys, their parents is 45.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
What I'm saying? Like just touching 50 maybe.
Yeah.
But their parents is active. They can see it all.
Yeah.
My parents, they ain't picking up no damn.
Yeah, and if you can't show them nothing, they don't know like the world. Like my mom listens to all this shit now. She listens to every single episode, don't matter what type of person it is.
Hell yeah.
And she'll always hit me up.
Shout out Mom Dukes.
Right? She always biggest supporter. Her and my dad.
Hell yeah.
But they'll always hit me up and they'll always be like, you know, I think now they're getting a glimpse of like what is possible with the internet and like with what kids are doing with phones.
And that's why I like when that internet shit merge into them shows they be watching.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to explain that viral shit to my mom before years ago.
Yeah.
She didn't get it. She watching Steve Harvey and see all them people
you see
coming
a
on there.
fucking that idiot yodeling kid who's famous
All
as
of that
fuck
shit.
now. And
She'd
it's
be like, you better use your
I
talents
can't call
to
that
go.
kid an idiot. I can't call that kid an idiot.
Nah, he cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
But she, as soon as she see like all these people, even the girl that was on there talking like Siri with the real, she seen that on there. Like, I can't believe that. Like, you so talented, you gotta go crazy.
I showed my mom Billy Ray Cyrus and Lil Nas X the other day because my mom's into country music. She always liked it, and I was like, "Did you hear this song, Billy Ray Cyrus?" And she was like, "No." And I played it, and I was like, "This is the biggest song out right now." I was like, "You fucking beating out Taylor Swift, all
crazy.
these people." What do you think about that song?
It's cool.
It's like I think that's a perfect example of like what could just like take off.
I think it's cool, like on a rapping, like it ain't nothing we never seen before.
Yeah.
I think the Young Thug country shit was way harder. Like,
Yeah.
the family don't matter. Like, he was going crazy.
I think he's a little bit harder for sure.
Well, no, I ain't not necessarily just harder, but I thought like something like that Young Thug shit would blow up like that.
And that didn't catch on as much as something like this for sure.
But people know though, like people know like Young Thug was doing that country shit. But the fact that that man Billy Ray got on that motherfucker, and he rode it, and he went in,
he wasn't bad at all.
That shit's hard, bro.
He wasn't bad at all. And I remember seeing that online, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then I listened to it, and I was like, "Damn, Billy Ray ain't bad."
That boy went in.
It's like you can't forget that Miley Cyrus track with Wiz and all them too. She had her little stint for like a second,
her little rap stint.
Yeah, her little rap stint.
But this is more crazy. This is hard. Like, yeah, that shit's hard.
Man, Young Thug was sick. I fuck with him.
Yeah, I like Young Thug a lot, man.
What else was I was just gonna fucking ask you? Oh, so whenever you're doing these songs and shit like that, and it's starting to pop off, like what was your first what was your first experience where you were like, all right, this shit's like it's like taking off a little bit, like how you're saying you got written up in the paper and everything like that. Like when was that first time you were like, oh shit, like this is about to take off a little bit more?
Probably still around 2014. Like, I was dropping good quality videos, and Joel was dropping all his Chill God shit. Like the Chill God shit was cracking. And we was doing mad shows, and then we went to the South by Southwest shit, and like then we did A3C. Like everything just kept rolling. I was like,
what was South by Southwest like?
It was cool. It's crazy, bro. Like, cause Daily Loud had a house party joint down there.
No, I'm sorry. Put a pin in it real quick. Daily Loud was just like a promo. It's just a promo. Like
they from the Bird.
I know. It's I know it's Taylor Maglin and all them, but like I never understood exactly what it was.
Yeah, they just like a
marketing.
Yeah, you know what I mean, holding down SoundCloud and social media.
Yeah, and just like reposting music and shit. Okay,
yeah. But early then they I guess had enough clout to like get a little festival going. Not a festival, but they they did a mansion party down South by Southwest. So I think he reached out to a couple of the artists and told them come through and pull through. And it's crazy, bro. Fucking the mansion party, I performed that. It was me, Pet Zebra, Stoney was there, and fucking Ugly God was there.
Yeah.
Before Water went crazy.
Yeah.
And he was just in there with a fucking pink bandana on, like, I got a jam called Water. He didn't even give a fuck. He's just like, I'm about to do this shit. And he did that shit. And then when we went outside, I talked to him. I was like, you hard, bro. And he was like, yeah, I just start fucking with McConan and shit. He about to sign me. And then literally fucking a year later, he on top. Water going crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Guess who else performed there, dog? Russ.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Why do you think that dude gets so much hate?
I don't know. I didn't even know that was him when I was there, dog.
Yeah.
He just performed. I was like, he's just another dude out here like us getting it in, and then year later, I see this
platinum.
I'm like, yo, that's why I be feeling like confident in what I'm doing, because it's like
anyone can fucking do it, dude.
Yeah,
if you're fucking working hard and you're busting your ass and you ain't cutting corners, like whatever, it could happen.
Yeah,
absolutely.
God.
That's the way I feel about shit. It's like I don't give a fuck what other people are doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just doing shit myself. I talk to who I want to talk to, who I find interesting, and it's gonna go how it's gonna go.
Big facts.
Now, you being someone that's in the same profession. Why do you think that dude gets hate? Realistically, because I see some fucked up shit online.
I think he just be a little. I think the people perceive him as like corny, but everybody, the internet perceives shit as corny. It ain't real. Like anything the internet think is corny is just I don't know. People just be hating, bro. And I also feel like certain shit catch on.
It's interesting to me though, because it's like you have people like Lil Pump with like Gucci, and like that was the biggest song in the world for a second,
right?
And like, you know, realistically, if you listen to any of them Russ songs, I think like technically,
they way better.
There's more talent being portrayed in that song, but
I just think it's like one of them things that catch on. Like they see an artist say "fuck Rush,"
yeah,
and then like
that's a good point too.
They got them fans that's just gonna do whatever they say, and then there's another rapper that's like Rush is corny, then their fans do it, then it just becomes a collective internet hate. But
yeah.
That's the shit we see. We like he got fans though, and it's
absolutely
obvious. So
he obviously got fans. He don't give a fuck about people hating
that's
on him.
Anything you'll see more of the negative shit than anything. Like even if there's more positive shit cracking.
Yeah, but the negative shit always is that always is what sticks with you.
Yeah,
like I can't remember who I talked to about that, but a perfect example is like, you know, Marc-Andre Fleury, the goalie for the Penguins. He's fucking on his head half the time, blocking all these goals, but like he lets in a couple of soft ones. People always are laying on.
That's Pittsburgh sports culture, though, bro.
That's Pittsburgh about every culture.
That's negative shit, like we were saying. And our sports culture is just
fickle,
spoiled, bro.
Fickle.
We're so spoiled with winning and getting rings and championships, and trophies and shit that whenever something go wrong, everybody get rid of him, fire him.
Yeah. Now, being in Pittsburgh and shit like that, what do you think about the music scene?
Shit's cracking right now. I think we took a couple blows, you know, without WAPO.
For sure.
And we took a blow without the Mac joint, because I feel like Mac was one of the ones that was up there that we could see. Every once in a while, he come fuck around, pull up in the city. You catch him in Lawrenceville or Southside or something, just on some cool shit. Like
like a real dude. Like
and the day before he passed, I was on the way out LA to go link with him and try to make some music and shit. Like so,
that's fucked
I was definitely
up.
on the way back home to go get my bag packed. My flight was at 6 in the morning. I was scrolling my phone on the way to the crib. I'm tweaking because I'm like, let's get it. I'm going out LA for a week.
Yeah,
I ain't even book a flight back because I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I ain't book a flight back because I was just going out there on some whole fuck it. Like, I'm going to go out his spot, record a couple jams, link up with all my other partners out LA.
Yeah.
And I ain't want to put no time on that shit. I was just going to come back whenever, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then, like I said, I'm on the way to the crib, get ready to pack the bags. I'm looking on the phone, saw that news, and it was just like, damn, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, that's random as hell.
Yeah.
But I feel like the scene is...
It seems to be taking off.
Yeah, the scene's going good. I just feel like everybody got to stay focused, and you know, as long as don't no petty shit get in people's eyes, I just feel like there be some little like energy spikes where shit get negative real quick. I hate when that happens. Like it happens every so often. Like everybody just get mad, negative.
I don't remember who I talked to on here, but they were like they were talking about like the negative outlook on like the music scene. They were saying that like it's very cliquey. Like there's people that don't fuck with people. Mm-hmm. There's people that don't want to fuck with people because like, I mean, it's all big competition. Do you feel that at all?
I used to, but I be so focused on what I got going, I wouldn't even know. Like I don't really reach out too much, but like if me and somebody bump heads enough, then I'll be like, let's do a jam. Like if we keep liking each other's shit, or so somebody drop a comment on my shit like that's hot, and I look at their shit and I'm like that's hot, and we keep commenting, then I'll fuck around, shoot the DM out like let's do a jam or something. But I don't know. There's definitely little clicks and shit, but it ain't nothing I would see because I ain't really tapped in like I used to be.
Paying attention too much.
Yeah, I'm just so focused on this goal that I got set and all these other goals I got set. I don't know, but if anybody want to work with me, I get it in with them.
Yeah. Now you brought up WAPO, and I wanted to ask you about this. So obviously, like WAPO got killed. For anyone that's listening, like there's obviously violence that comes with hip hop music.
Yeah.
Do you think that could ever go away?
Nah.
Violence in hip hop?
Nah.
Now,
hell no, that shit sells.
It does sell, and that kind of leads me into my next question: is like for someone to be an artist, do you feel any sort of like responsibility into kind of like leading it a different way, or like kind of keep like obviously you got some tracks that mention drugs, guns, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel any like responsibility into like trying to like clean it up a little bit at all?
Yeah, I got super positive jams.
Yeah, you definitely do, but I mean, like, I didn't mean you personally, but I'm talking about as a whole, as an artist. Like, does that shit like stick into your mind?
Yeah, I feel like every time I get into a jam, I try to like, you know what I mean, give it the most enlightened touches I can.
Yeah.
Or even if I do make some turned up shit that got a crazy approach to it, I try to slash some stuff about tapping into yourself and being responsible and shit like that. So. I think that type of shit play a role in shifting the whole culture.
Yeah.
But we still want to talk about what we know and what our partners is doing. Like, that's just how rap culture is. Like, but we still going to talk about the enlightened shit too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like a nigga like me is important to the game because, you know what I mean? Like, when I started out, the music was hella positive. Then I was just a little too cheesy. And I'm like, well, let me talk about what I really know. I put that shit in there. I said, let me talk about what I really know in a fun way, but I still keep it, enlightened and shit like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that for sure. You can definitely tell from like the shit that you're listening to and like the shit that the lyrics that you have and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like you have them like that like raw tracks with like all that raw lyrics and shit, but you also have some crazy shit that you're listening to and you're like, damn, like and you rewind it and you have to listen to it again.
Yeah.
Now, in that For Me video, were you wearing a Threat Level Midnight shirt?
Yeah, dog.
See,
that was my favorite show.
Yeah, see, like that's why I fuck with you. I love The Office so much.
I went to sleep to that last night.
I know. I recently took a break on it for a second because I dove into Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, my girl watched that.
You watch?
I don't watch that. My girl do though. It's too wicked for me.
Oh, it's fucked up.
Yeah, I can't watch that type of shit. Make my hands wet.
Yeah, well, that is definitely a show that like I just watch that and it's just so much like fucked up shit. And you think of that, you're like, there's like a murder culture where it's like people are watching all this making a murderer shit and like all these like serial killer type things.
Weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but like I'm one of them people that watch all that shit.
It's just interesting, though.
It's interesting, but it's weird as fuck. Yeah. But those definitely one of them shows. I just feel that it's always bringing a negative shit into my brain. Yeah, it's fuck yeah. I'm watching these girls get fucking raped and like.
Yeah, afterwards you feel hella crazy. Like,
all that show is about how this new world order just like keeps fertile women and keeps them as prisoners and fucking uses them to breed. And you're just
crazy
like,
shit about watching all that shit is you be thinking like this shit could happen, dog.
Yeah, dude. My wife was like, yeah, the show definitely scares me. It's like I'm about to start like really like paying attention to politics.
Yeah,
it's fucking wild.
I don't know. Shit's like them books like 1984 and that Animal Farms and all them Brave New World and shit like that. We read them back in grade school, so I was already hip to like dystopian worlds and
all the weird shit like The Giver and everything like that. Yeah, so many good. The
Giver,
good shit.
That shit crazy.
The Giver was one of my favorite books of all time. And you just think
I can't believe they're letting us read shit like that early, bro.
Right. I think I read that in 5th grade.
It was early as fuck.
I'm pretty sure. And there was a book called Watership Down. You remember that?
I ain't read that joint.
Watership Down was basically, it was just a fucked up like government, like patriarchy type system, but it was just as characters of rabbits. So there's like fucked up shit going on there. Like I don't know,
but
like
the characters is rabbits.
Their characters are rabbits. So like they showed us the video in class, and it's just like a cartoon of rabbits. But like if it was humans, it would be the most fucked up thing ever to watch. But it's interesting what you get taught in school and shit.
Yeah, text me that.
I will. I'll definitely check. I'll definitely text you that. It's worth reading. Yeah. You read a lot?
Often. I think it might have been a year or two ago. I read 4 books in 1 year, so that's impressive to me to not be in school and shit.
Yeah, if you're not reading all the time, you read 4. That's a decent amount.
Yeah, I got a lot of books at the crib that I opened up and started.
Yeah,
but I definitely read often though.
So where do you what do you do now to like kind of get away from music? Like
Games.
Games still
Nonstop, bro. Like,
video games all day.
Yeah, bro. That's just my getaway, escape. I put them headphones on, I get in the party, and we just game, and I don't be thinking about shit.
Yeah.
I just love it. If that's my drug, bro. Like, that's my high. It's video games.
I don't know. I just never. I was never crazy into it. I was never good at video games.
Just,
so like,
you gotta find what's hot for you. Like you gotta find like
1080 snowboarding,
that type shit. Like
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I like any games where I can make a character or something. Like create my dude. We go crazy.
Tony Hawk was the hardest back in the day making a character.
Oh, God.
My brother used to just shit on me in video games, so like it kind of gave me a sour taste about it.
Yeah, you like fuck these games.
Yeah, fuck these games. So like, what's your next move with all this shit? It's like, what's your plans?
We just trying to get the brand rolling. I got a tour coming up over the next few months. We gonna hit a few cities on the east. You know what I mean? I think it's like Columbus, Cleveland, New York, DC, Philly type shit. Like,
what's the process of you finding venues like that? Like for an artist like yourself, like you're popping a little bit for sure.
Right.
Now, how do you approach something like that?
I got a management team that I'm working with.
Oh, okay.
And they believed in me enough to want me to, be the front runner for the shit. So, they just put me in a position to do all the shows. And I did a couple little small circuit tours before. So it's like, it ain't nothing new. Like I know the whole process, loading up the van and, changing clothes at the hotel. You know what I mean? I'm used to all that, so it's nothing. But
what's
What's
your favorite place to go? Like anywhere else besides Pittsburgh?
I like New York. It's a little fast paced for me.
Yeah.
Little. I don't want to say dirty. Like I ain't trying to do it like that, but it's a little.
It's raw.
It's a little rugged up there, but I fuck with how they respect the music. Like if you come through and you serious about your music, ain't nobody they gonna respect that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna bother you. But I like that, and I do like the down south and the east. I mean in the west. I like the Texas was a vibe. Like Austin and them Houston boys was vibing out there. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that. And I liked Atlanta too. It's a little different though. You know what I'm saying?
It's probably cool to go perform anywhere else. Like see a different vibe.
Yeah. That's why I don't really try to do too many shows in the Berg. Like I probably did like maybe 3-4 shows last year. And I haven't done any shows this year unless it's like a big joint. But
yeah, like
I just feel like we stomped all through the Berg. Like,
would you do one at Illegal?
Yeah, that was our joint. We threw like a showcase, just, to bring some of the other. I feel like there wasn't no shows going on.
Yeah, I mean, like,
and every show that do go on, you see the same few names on the bill or
same people.
And I was like, man, fuck it, man. Y'all want to come perform? Get with us. Like, we gave them tickets to sell, make their money. Fuck that.
Now, can I ask you like your opinion on how do I want to word it correctly? What do you think about like people like putting people on, like people with a bigger voice and things like that? Like, do you think that artists have like a responsibility? Not necessarily a responsibility. That sounds like too much. But do you think that that there should be more help with younger artists and newer artists?
Yeah, I don't really think it's their responsibility. Like, I know you ain't say that, but you should just have something in you that want to just fucking do that. Like,
try to expand.
Yeah, like Gucci is a perfect example of somebody.
Yeah.
That do that, and there's a lot of other artists that do that. But like putting somebody up under your wing won't hurt. As long as you know that they is serious about the shit.
Yeah, they're worthy of it,
and they got something special, then I think there ain't nothing wrong with reaching out. And you ain't gotta give them $1 million or you ain't gotta give them $5, but shoot some advice out to them, or maybe do a song with them, or maybe bring them on tour. You know what I'm saying? Set them up in a position to be heard a little bit more.
Give them the opportunity to harness that potential.
Yeah.
Just an opportunity even.
And it's like, I feel like that's hella important. That shit, and that's something that I'm going to do myself when I get in position, just because of how many times, you know, I was like, damn, I wish, you know, that would happen for me.
For sure.
But I'm just such a hustler. I don't even fuck all that. Like, I'll just get it. We'll get to it. We gonna get there. Like,
yeah, it's like fuck everyone else. It's like I'll make it happen whenever it happens.
We gonna get there.
I agree with you though. It's like it's not a responsibility of people, but like
You should just have that in you.
yeah, it's like why wouldn't you want to help?
You should be thorough enough to be like, yo, it's not, I ain't trying to say somebody's fame is slowing down, but you should be like, it's not as cracking as it was.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and get the next one rolling so he could get his next ones rolling when he at my age and in my position.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta keep that.
The only reason I asked that,
cycle
it's
going.
like I'm not trying to like make you put names in your mouth, but you're talking about like you putting on that show and everything like that. It's
Yeah.
like you could tell that like I see what everyone does. It's
Right.
like all I'm doing is trying to find people to have on this podcast. So
Right.
I'm constantly looking at what people in the city are going on, whether it's beef about fucking two people that's going on today, or it's like
Right.
shit that's going on before. I notice what's happening. So like I try to you know, I see the shows that you're putting on, and I see the shows that like other people are putting on, and like how people like the methods behind what they're doing and everything like that. And you could definitely notice it. You could tell.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that like I feel that it's easy to tell, like anyone could tell. So like your experience, you recently dropped a song called "Started" with Levy and Bell.
Right.
Now, how does that come into play?
We just was gaming a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we played the Fortnite and the Duty and the
Yeah.
Madden and shit. Like, and I ran into him a couple times, you know, just out in person, just from, you know, mutual people that I know. And we met a couple years ago. You know what I mean? Cool dude, invited me back to his spot. Like,
Yeah.
and it just been love all since. Like, and the thing about him is like, you know, I got a little bit of criticism and people saying a little bullshit to me about it because of the football shit, like because of the Steelers shit and the you know
People
what I mean?
said shit to you.
Yeah, a couple people. Ain't nobody gonna say shit to me about
Yeah.
anything for real. But you know what I mean? A couple people said a couple things. The boy Ricky P from Taylor Gang,
Yeah.
he said a little smart shit on Twitter and shit like that. But it's like, you know what I mean? I don't know him from football.
Yeah.
Our relationship ain't football. I could give a fuck about that. Yeah, that's cool. He played football. You definitely one of the greatest running backs in the game right now.
Absolutely.
I love football, but that's not our relationship.
Yeah.
Our relationship is just fucking music and games.
Yeah.
Like, I know this motherfucker like on some cool shit. So, you know what I mean? There's just people that they say they little things about it, but that's just not how I know that man. I don't know that man off of football. Like, yeah, we could talk about football, beef and shit like that, but that's not how I know him.
That wasn't the
That wasn't the link up.
Yeah.
That's not how our relationship is. We damn near don't even talk about football. We talk about it sometimes, but everything just be vibes, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's how we got that shit rolling.
Now, what was the process of recording that song? Because that's one of the songs I had written down.
Yeah.
Ain't because it was ain't because Le'Veon Bell was on the track. It's
shit
because
just hard.
Yeah, it's hard as fuck, dude. The hook
That hook's crazy.
is crazy, and you know, as soon as you hear that hook, you're like, "Fuck,
This jam's so hard.
yeah." The whole jam is hard. So like, I thought it was dope because like,
Yeah.
you know, I know he got crazy hate online. You know,
Hell yeah,
he
this
got
shit
crazy
crazy.
hate online about
Hell yeah.
shit. And I think it's dope that like he doesn't give a fuck, and like
Right.
I respect that
That's what I
attitude
fuck
from
with.
people.
Yeah.
I respect the attitude of people that just don't give a fuck what
Right.
anyone thinks.
Right.
And it's dope to see. And so how did that come about? Like, where'd you get? Like, how'd that beat come up? How'd that verse come up?
We was in the studio. His boy Evo make a lot of the beats,
Yeah.
and we was in the studio, and Evo made that beat, and I said, we gotta fuck this up right now.
Yeah.
I told Lay, I said, let's go ahead, dude. We was just in there drinking and just vibing, and
Is that one night?
Yeah, we did like 3 jams in one night. I still got another one in the cut. I ain't dropped. I don't really know what I want to do with it yet. It's more for the females, but we just was going in back to back. Like, I do
Yeah,
my shit.
the song
go
is super
crazy.
hard.
Then he came in, lay his shit, and
Did you come up with the hook first?
yeah, I just came in there and loaded up that he gonna get me started. I just kept going, like
It's super hard.
getting the next part.
Just sticks in your head.
Yeah. Then I went in there and did the verse. came out. He like, this is crazy. He went in there, laid his shit. Then we did another jam. This shit was just cracking.
I fuck with that. Now, from him being like, you know, a big ass superstar, do you see like a change in numbers? You know what I mean? Like from listens and shit? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it definitely play a little part in like, you know, the boost and people listening just because it's something.
Yeah, like I didn't know if it would just like come up because if people Google his name, it pops up. But like,
yeah.
I get that like that's not the motivation behind it. I'm just curious on like the analytics of it all. Like,
yeah, it definitely put a little boost to it. It ain't nothing like too crazy.
Yeah.
But I just think the music speak for it.
Yeah,
like, just when they hear that shit,
that's the proof right there. Because if people even Google it because of him,
right?
It's like once they hear that, they're gonna be like, "Fuck,
this shit's hard."
Yeah, it is, dude. It's super hard. I fuck with that heavy.
I just think the music is definitely just speaking like. But I respect him. Like, you know, I see he be getting a lot of hate and shit. I just respect it because, like I said, I grew up on like, you know, Lil B and shit like that, and just people who don't really give a fuck about
don't
what
give
nobody
a fuck.
thinking. And that man, he don't really give a fuck. He like making music and he like getting fly, and I fuck with that. I salute it. I support it. I can't hate on nobody who want, you know, they got their job that they do day in and day out with the football shit. But if there's something you enjoy, just like I enjoy games, I ain't the best at it, but I still play them shits like,
yeah. I mean, the
like
dude
I'm
don't
ninja,
need to,
bro.
That dude don't need to rap, but if he loves it,
that's what he fuck with.
Yeah, if he loves it, why not fuck with that?
That shit's hard.
I appreciate that,
yeah,
and I think it's easy to tell from someone like yourself. Like, you know, I've definitely met you a few times over the years, and like but I mean, the moral is I could pick that up from you. I could pick up like you're real.
Yeah.
And I fuck with that.
My God.
So tours coming up, more music, finish out this 365.
Yeah, we're gonna get more info on the tour. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hit a couple states. I got a couple artists that we tapping in with right now that got a nice buzz in their city that I'm hitting. So I'm gonna be in their city and I'm gonna reach out to them and try to get them to bring some of their fans through and, you know, get on the set and turn it up with us. And
yeah,
you know what I mean? We got 365 rolling, and then me and Pet Zebra about to drop a tape.
That's crazy. Gary V messaged you.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, because shit,
people were blowing it up.
I told him I ain't really want to do that, but it's like,
yeah, but so what?
We
Fuck
hit
it.
day 100. I'm like, let's get a little more traction up under this because this shit's kind of crazy for real.
I feel like that right there, just like,
yeah, he followed me too.
That's so.
He sent the nod, but I just feel
hard.
like it's still early to get.
It don't matter.
Type of recognition.
That's
I feel
dope,
you.
though.
It is dope, but just like the type of person I am,
you want more.
Bro. Not necessarily. I do want more, but I'm just saying like the type of person I am. It's like a little nod to me don't really mean nothing because I feel like I still got like over 200 days left to go.
Absolutely.
So I can't feel hella like, oh yeah, I'm here. Like
not comfortable.
Like,
you can't stay comfortable.
I got a lot of fucking work to do. I got a lot more songs to record.
Yeah, but I'm saying like him just acknowledging you,
yeah.
like that's like some more wind in your sails. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I get discouraged about shit like this sometimes for sure. Like if I know I have an interview coming up on like a Monday and like I had a fucked up day,
you like, I don't even want to do this.
Yeah,
shit.
I don't even want to talk to people right now. But then I'm just like, you know, once I get in this chair, it's like
it's different.
Yeah, it's different. I love learning about how people, because I mean the reason I started this is like, you know, like I'm passionate about certain things. You could obviously tell you're passionate about shit.
Yeah.
If people are passionate about shit, they have a method to their madness and they do the certain things that they do for a certain reason.
Yeah.
And I just try to like learn about why people were doing it. You know what I mean?
And you definitely do a good job at this podcast. And one of the things that I learned, like I forgot who said it or what it was. I think it was that Jordan B. Peterson. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, Jordan Peterson.
That's his name?
Yeah, there's Jordan. Are you talking about the political dude, Jordan Peterson?
Is he political?
He's kind of political, yeah.
He's like enlightened though.
Yeah.
He do like a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, he's on Rogan.
Joe Rogan and shit.
Yeah, that's him.
He said something.
Skinny white dude?
Yeah. He said something interesting to me, like, and it was, I don't really remember verbatim, but it was some shit like, the thing that you should do and the shit that is your calling is like that thing that you doing where you escape from out of here for a minute. Like you escape out of your brain for a minute. And he like, you gotta, whenever you doing that thing, like whatever that thing is where you wasn't thinking about shit, that's like that thing you super interested in. Like, so I don't know, maybe when you be doing this, you thinking of questions and shit, but if you just like fucking out
there's
here,
no stress or nothing whenever I'm doing this. It
That's what I'm
goes away.
saying.
It
So
goes
it's like
away.
them type of things, like even sometimes I notice like it happens with the music too. Like there be them times where I'm out of it, bro. I'm just so turned up and I'm teed up in the music. Then I come back like, damn, I was gone for a minute. I was in another world, like,
right?
So that's how I know it's that for the music. But even sometimes when I paint, like I'll be at the crib painting little pictures and shit. Like there'll be 10 minutes that go by where I'll be like, was I even here? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Them is the little things you need to take note of in your life daily. That like, you know, I might need to start tapping into that a little more. So I could tell you feel free when you doing this, bro. I keep it pushing. This shit's dope. I like it. I like the brand. I appreciate
that
you
for
for
sure.
having me on this shit.
We ain't done yet.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the last.
Absolutely.
We're gonna go to the last. So I do an ending segment with all my guests called Desert Island Questions. Comes from The Office. When they get locked out, Jim plays Desert Island with everyone, and that's where I brought this in.
Let's get it.
So Desert Island Questions, I give each guest 3 categories to take with them on a desert island, and I give each guest 3 choices for each category. So the first category to take with you on a desert island is things to watch. You could take TV series, whole movie series, anything you want. All things to watch.
I would do.
This ain't live either, so you can take some time. I cut out whatever.
I would do The Office. I'd take that on Blu-ray or something.
All day.
I would take. What I like watching. I feel like I like a lot of Steve Carell shit. Like I ain't trying to say no.
Don't even matter. He's hilarious,
bro. That is my man's, bro. I be watching that 40-year-old.
I was just gonna say 40-year-old virgin. I just watched that on. I saw it was on Netflix. Dude, in tears. Everything about that movie. Seth Rogen, Paul Rudd.
That shit is crazy. Paul Rudd was crazy in that.
Paul Rudd was killing me when they're beating each other with them fucking neon lights. Dude, he goes, these are new pants. Dude, I die every single time. Pineapple Express too.
I fuck with that movie.
I just watch that on here.
Do it gotta be like TV shows and movies?
It could be anything you want. It could be YouTube series. It could be
YouTube series.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Them YouTube speed runs.
What's that?
I fuck with them, like them GTA San Andreas speed runs.
Okay.
I would take them because I don't know.
You can get lost in that.
I'll be watching them all crazy. And then there's a YouTube show I like called Good Mythical Morning.
What's that?
It's like a show where these dudes fucking eat weird shit. It's like it bring out the childhood in me. It's like watching a cartoon, but they grown ass men though. They funny as hell. It's like one of the most popping YouTube series.
It's called Good Mythical Morning.
Good Mythical Morning. I watch that shit every day, bro.
I'm gonna have to look that up. What are some of your favorite Office episodes? I was curious about that. As soon as I seen you wearing that T-shirt, I was like, oh, he's 100% into it.
I like that gay witch hunt joint. That shit's funny as hell. Yeah, like, I mean, crazy.
Oh, man.
I like that joint where he say, if the salad's on top.
If the salad's on top, I send it back.
And then lastly, when that motherfucking, I think Michael like burnt his foot on the joint. Yeah, he bought that handicap man in there.
The foreman stuff.
Yeah, did he bring that man in a wheelchair?
Yeah, dude. So
he said
something
funny like, you come rolling in here, like it was just shady how he said it to him, dog. That was my top 3.
Who's your favorite character besides Michael Scott? You cannot pick Michael Scott or Dwight.
Creed, dog.
Yeah, it got to be Creed or Meredith. I tell people that all day. Dude,
Creed crazy as a motherfucker.
I was watching this episode. You remember the episode whenever Pam comes back and the microwave is all dirty?
Yeah.
And she makes that note?
Yeah.
Meredith is just sitting in the table.
Yeah.
She's sitting on the table and Pam's like, yeah, isn't that ridiculous? Like, and they make a remark to the note and Meredith's like, get off your high horse, Richie. Like,
Yeah.
dude, that lady got the funniest one-liner.
Her energy's crazy.
So fucking crazy. She goes, I'll smoke with you. I got a bag of cigars in my purse.
Yeah, I'll fuck with her. I'll fuck with Meredith.
Dude, everyone on there is so good.
Yeah, that show's crazy.
It's definitely incredible.
I love it to death.
All right, second category. I know you said you read a little bit, but I'm going to do a constellation question with you. So for people that don't read, I'll usually ask video games, but since you're such a big gamer, I want you to pick 3 of your favorite video games. Could be all of them. It could be
3 of my favorite video games.
Yeah, 3. But whenever I say a video game, it could be like the whole Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, the whole Metal Gear story as 1. 2, I give it to the Madden.
Yeah,
I just fuck with Madden. And San Andreas
Okay.
be my third joint.
You ever play Red Dead?
Nope.
See, I was never like a big fan of like San Andreas or anything like that, but I have a group chat. All my friends are crazy video game guys.
Yeah.
And they're always they were talking up this fucking Red Dead.
It's good.
And they were like, dude, it's about to be the craziest. Like, they're like, it's so fucking detailed that you'll see a fucking horse's nutsack shrink up.
Yeah.
And
in the cold.
In the cold. And I'm like, what? So I start Googling the wild shit that's happening in there, and I ended up buying it.
Yeah, that game's crazy.
I'll get lost for 4 hours just hunting or fishing.
And I never got into it because I didn't play the first one.
Yeah, I mean,
So I'm the type dude where if I ain't...
you got to play the whole thing.
Yeah, and that sucks though, because like...
That's all right,
I
though.
didn't need it.
You
I
like
didn't
the
need
full
the first one. But
you
I
like the full
yeah.
experience of it all. It makes sense. Okay, so did video games. Third category is, I'm interested about this. Third category is things to listen to. So 3, CDs, artists to listen to on a desert island over and over and over again.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that 50 Cent,
Which one?
The Massacre.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Nipsey Hussle,
All right.
and
50 Cent has been chosen on here so many fucking times. So many times.
that man crazy.
He is.
That last one, it gotta be some singing shit. Cause I like the melodic jams. I'm gonna just go with me on that.
I think that's a good choice. Now, to keep it going, though, I want you to pick. I want you to pick 3 of your favorite songs you've ever done. What are 3 of your favorite tracks you've ever put out?
PK Delay, Pretty P. PK Delay, No Lil Pups. And I got a jam that ain't out yet. And it's going to have a big feature on it.
Oh, shit.
A huge feature.
All right. We'll leave it at that then.
Yeah.
Can you say the title of it?
It's called Baby Whoa.
All right. So once that drops, people know what it is. All right. Now, the second to last question I ask everyone is a death row meal. So you could get whatever you want to eat from wherever you want to eat from as many places as you want to eat.
I would do some type of chicken from somewhere or some salmon.
Think about it. Where? What's your favorite place to eat?
My favorite chicken spot?
Yeah, ever.
It's a lot of spots that got some dope wings in the bag.
You already know there is.
I like Hook's chicken. They chicken is cool. I like Big Shot Bob's chicken.
Everyone says Big Shot Bob's. I think their shit is whack.
It's decent.
I've never had a good experience with their wings.
You gotta get them well done.
That'll change it for sure.
I get any wings I get done anywhere, I got them done crispy. I say leave them in there extra 10, 15 minutes.
That's the problem with it. I would have liked it way more
Yeah.
if they were done a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with all that juice in the middle.
Yeah, that wet shit, bro.
The
that
only
wet,
place-
slimy, gooey shit, bro.
Yeah, that's
I don't
fucked
fuck
up.
with that.
The only place that you could go in Pittsburgh and not have to ask for wings to be any more done is Streets on Carson. And I ain't even...
That wings on Carson or Streets on
Streets on Carson.
Oh, I had they wings. They wings is alright. I had
Fire
they
wings. Fire wings. They'll fall right off the bone.
I like Big'em Tavern's wings.
Yeah, they're fire.
I fuck with they wings. I've been fucking with they wings a lot lately. There's a place called Nico's up Mount Washington. I fuck with they wings. I would just get wings somewhere in the burg. I don't know where I go.
You fuck with wings?
Wings like on Carson?
No, I mean like you like wings?
Yeah, that's my shit. I like.
Yeah, I fuck with wings.
I like wings. I was on a little vegetarian way for a little bit.
Were you?
Yeah, and I was getting satisfied because there was like burger type replacements.
Yeah.
And little chicken nugget type replacements, but there ain't nothing like a fucking chicken wing type replacement.
Not a chance.
And so yeah, I had some chicken wings.
Did you feel better whenever you were on a vegan type shit?
I felt light.
Did you?
Yeah, real light. But I started getting like little vertical lines in my nails because I was having some deficiencies.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, literally as soon as I start eating meat again, they went away.
Huh. It's interesting.
But yeah, so So the last meal is it's like one thing.
No, you can get like you ever see people. You ever see like any articles of like people that are on death row about to die? Like, but the night before they die, they'll give them anything
I
they
can
want
pick
to
my
eat.
whole platter.
Bro, wherever you want, as much as you want.
I bet. So I'm gonna get the wings from some burger spot.
All right.
I don't know where we'll pick the spot out Penn Hills. They got good wings too. So I would pick wings from some spot in the burg, a couple wing spots. I would get a burger from somewhere, a nice little burger, maybe like Tesaro's.
Yeah.
They got nice burgers. Or even the spot in the casino, they got a burger joint down Rivers.
Yeah.
Crazy fucking burgers.
Real good.
My top 2 burgers right there in the burg.
Man, I feel terrible that I think people are gonna be annoyed with it, but Streets on Carson, I'm telling you, dude.
Their burgers.
It's the first time
I was vegan, well, my vegetarian shit when I first ate there, so I didn't get to go in.
I ate pretty much everything on their menu except for a burger. Someone else I knew went there. They were kind of picky. They were like, I got a burger. It was incredible. I ate one of their burgers. Fucking dumb. So good.
Yeah, I might have to check them out.
They're good, dude.
I'll get a burger. I would get some lobster chowder.
Oh, that's good.
I fuck with lobster chowder heavily. I would get some salmon. From that what's that spot in the strip?
Luke Woolley's.
No, not that. The food spot with an
Woolies?
R. I start with an R.
The food spot.
Yeah.
Oh, Roland's?
Yeah, I'll go there and get some good seafood.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm cool. Get a little side salad from somewhere.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
Yeah, and
I fuck with
that's
that.
it for me, bro.
What kind of dressing?
Some Caesar.
Yeah. I fuck with that. You got a good variety there.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Probably never be able to eat all that though.
Yeah.
All right, so the last question I ask everyone is if you could have a conversation with anyone alive or dead, who would it be and why?
Nip Hussle. Straight up.
It's a good answer. Definitely a well-deserved
met
answer.
him in person.
Did you?
Yeah, 2013. Gave me. I bought a copy of that Crenshaw off him. He signed it for me and everything.
That's dope, dude.
And
it's a shame.
Shit, that's who I have a convo with. That shit kind of got me not even. I don't want to say it got me not wanting to get in the game, but it just, like, that's just always a person that I felt safe being a rapper with, because I always knew in the back of my mind, like, he in the game.
But he got like mad respect from everyone.
Yeah. But I just felt comfortable because knowing that when I do get to the top, he's somebody that's there still. I be like feeling comfortable with all this shit because he's from where we from. He from like the bottom, and we know he ain't on no weird industry shit or pulling no cars, doing no weird shit. Like everything was organic with him. I felt comfortable knowing that I'm coming with an organic approach too. But just knowing that he not in the game, there ain't really nobody that I seek out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, but definitely Nip Hussle.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on, dude.
Yeah, bro.
I think it was a real good conversation.
Absolutely.
I think you're an interesting dude.
My guy.
If you take your time, promote anything you want to promote.
Check me out with the 365 movement. Make sure y'all log into the SoundCloud, soundcloud.com, PK-delay. There's a whole playlist on there from bottom to top with all the songs updated daily. We're going to have a tour rolling soon. Me and Pat Zebra got a tape, Shambles, coming out. I just gave out the name for the first time.
Oh, shit.
I'm supposed to drop the cover tonight at 8.
Damn.
So, yeah, we're going to have that tape dropping. We're going to drop it this month. And then just, keep your eyes peeled for the tour. And just keep your eyes peeled for greatness, because everything coming from me is greatness, and everything is going to be great. And it's just going to be a big year like every year has been. Small wins, big wins. It's all wins. So, yeah.
All wins.
Yeah.
At PK Delay on Instagram.
Twitter.
Scroll down. I'll have everything linked below. You can just click on it, follow him, like his Facebook, go on SoundCloud, check out 365.
Yeah.
I personally listened to probably 90% of all those tracks. And crazy amount of them, dude. All the work is good. Like, you can just let that shit play through.
Yeah.
Dope for sure.
I got a Patreon, too, if anybody.
What's that all about?
It's just for people to I'm not asking for like no GoFundMe type shit or nothing like that, but it's just a little thing I got. You could throw $2 up. I ain't you know, people be putting like $5 tiers, $50 tiers, $100 tiers. We just asking for $2, and it's like a monthly subscription. I'm gonna do it just till the year's up.
Yeah.
But it's just all the, you know, donations is going into the stew time because I'm paying everything out of pocket. So, and it's just all going towards the whole 365 project and just making the process a little bit easier and, like, you know, cutting down some of the costs, like, because I'm giving out everything for free for the whole year. So it's just a good look. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a little compensation for what I'm doing.
All right, scroll below. The link will be right there too. So click on that. Throw a couple bucks. Everyone got a fucking $2.
I got $2. Cut out that coffee for a month. One cup of coffee for me one day.
That's less than a cup of coffee. My coffee costs $3.60 every morning.
Well, cut out something that costs $2.
Look up in your fucking couch cushion. You'll find $2.
Yeah, man. Dig up 8 quarters for me. You know what I'm saying? Throw it in the bank for your boy and throw that shit up, man.
All right, dude. I appreciate it. I'll call you right back on Instagram. I'll call you right back everywhere else. You already know. I'll call you right back at gmail.com. Let me know if you got some people you want me to talk to on here. I'm doing dope interviews with dope-ass people. I just want to hear back from you. I appreciate it, and I'll call you right back.